Hi, everybody. Welcome you all for our SEEK webinar 34. As promised, I'm going to talk about the emotional intelligence, especially improving emotional intelligence. Before that, we should also know about what is emotional intelligence. When it becomes or when it comes to happiness and success in life, either professional or personal life, emotional intelligence matters just as much as intellectual ability. When we concentrate more on IQ, this particular century emphasizes more on EQ too. So I'm going to focus more on emotional quotient and how we can improve that. Let me share my screen. So we are going to talk about improving emotional intelligence. So what is emotional intelligence? So emotional intelligence, it is also known as emotional quotient or EQ, is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, and overcome challenges and diffuse conflict. So this is what is emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence, how it helps us? It helps you build stronger relationships. It will help you to succeed at school, at work, and achieve your career and personal goals. Many times we fail and we will not be able to find out the exact reason of our failure, and many times the reason would have been lack of emotional intelligence. It can also help you to connect with your feelings, turn intention into action, and also make informed decisions about what matters more to you. See, this is one thing which many of us miss to understand or invent or do a research on what is important for us in life. Till the death, many would not have even found that. Even at an younger age, someone would have found that. The one who is successful in their life is someone who can identify what is important to us in life. So that is what is the success. And we are going to talk about some important attributes, how emotional intelligence is defined. They are nothing but the self-management, self-awareness, social awareness, and relationship management. So first one is self-management. So the name itself says how we are going to manage our own self. We always find fault on others. We always look at others. But first and foremost, we need to understand us, our feelings, and manage our emotions. That is what is going to give a lot of success in life. You're able to control impulsive feelings and behaviors, and you're able to manage your emotions in healthy ways. You need to take initiative, follow through on commitments, and adapt to changing circumstances. This is what is called as self-management. How we are going to control our impulsive feelings and behaviors. Suddenly some feelings may come, suddenly some emotions may come because of some triggers happening from the external world. How are we going to control that? Because that is under our control. Whether we need to smile or burst out, cry, scold somebody, all these emotions are in our control. Only when we allow it to do, allow it to get exposed, it gets exposed. So that is what we call it as self-management. Second most important is self-awareness. How many of us are really aware of our emotions? We ourselves do not know what sort of person we are, what sort of emotions we have. That awareness is very much essential. If you could recognize your own emotions and how they affect your thoughts and behavior, because the emotions, suppose if I'm angry, it affects my thoughts and behavior. If I'm angry, I will be thinking in a negative, destructive way. And my actions, that is my behavior, will be in that angle only, in that direction only. It will be in a destructive manner. And if I'm going to think positive, calm, composed, then my behavior, my thoughts will be in a positive way, that is constructive way. I will not be damaging anything or anybody's feelings. If you know your strengths and weakness, and if you have self confidence, then you are a person with good self awareness. Next, most important thing is we are not living alone in this universe. We live in a society where many people are also living along with us. So we need to have a social awareness. We need to develop something called as empathy. Very, very important thing in life. Empathy, thinking about others and their feelings, understanding about others. If you can understand the emotions, the needs and concerns of other people, and pick up on emotional cues. What is that emotional cues? Just by seeing somebody, you should be able to understand what sort of mental state they are in. That is what is empathy. You need to understand from their body language and make them feel comfortable socially and recognize the power dynamics in a group or organization. When you're with others, you need to understand and pick up the cues, the emotional cues of other people. That is what is social awareness. We just can't live with our own thoughts. We need to understand others, and based on that, we need to behave, respond, or react. And next, most important is relationship management. Many of us fail in this relationship management. If you know how to develop and maintain good relationships. See, it is very, very true that every human is not perfect. Everybody is born with plus and minus. A lot of good things and bad things are there with every human. And you should also trust me and believe me that the good things and bad things all depend upon how you see at them. And it also depends upon the situations. The situations will change a person's attitude and the way they think and the way behave. So if you are able to know how to develop and maintain good relationship, communicate clearly. This is what is the ultimate problem with everybody. When we talk to somebody, we try to communicate something, we try to make others understand what we think. We only bother about the words what we talk, the words what we utter. We never bother to see whether the other person is also in the same mindset to pick up what I'm trying to say, whether they are able to understand what I'm trying to say. But we expect them to understand. So this is what leads to a communication gap. So preparing one's mind before you communicate will give you the best results in communication. You can really make others understand what you wanted to convey. And if you are able to inspire and influence others and work well in a team and manage conflict, conflict resolution is another big topic and very essential, especially when you're at work. There will be problems, there will be misunderstandings, there will be difference of opinions. how are you going to manage? That is what is relationship management. So you have to know how to develop and maintain good relationships. You need to communicate clearly, and you need to inspire and influence others and work well in a team and manage conflict. Then you have this fourth attribute, that is relationship management. So these are the four important attributes in emotional intelligence which we need to take care of. So now let us see, why is this emotional intelligence so important? Did my grandfathers and grandmothers follow the same? Why there is a new syllabus brought into my life or in my curriculum? Why people expect this more? So this is what is the ultimate aim of this seminar, to make you understand the importance of emotional intelligence. As we know, it is not the smartest people who are the most successful or the most fulfilled in life. Many people feel, and many people have a different definition of success. First of all, they feel if they have more money, they are successful. If they reach the highest position in the company, they are successful. But that is not true. You probably know people who are academically brilliant and yet are socially inept and unsuccessful at work or in their personal relationships. We have seen so many people, we studied together with so many people. When we studied, we would have seen their academic strengths, and we may think this person is going to be more successful in life. But sometimes when we grow up, we see some people may even fail in their personal or professional life. Though they are academically strong, what is that they lack? The intellectual ability or your intelligence quotient isn't enough on its own to achieve success in life. Yes, your IQ can help you get into college, but it's your EQ that will help you to manage the stress and emotions when facing your final exams. Even in the stage of student, you need to care about the EQ along with your IQ. The IQ and EQ exist in tandem and are most effective when they build off one another. So now let us see how this emotional intelligence affects. First, let us see the student case, that is the performance at school. The high emotional intelligence can help you navigate the social complexities of the workplace, lead and motivate others, and excel in your career. In fact, when it comes to gauging important job candidates, many companies now rate emotional intelligence as important as technical ability and employ EQ testing before hiring. Have you heard about it? There is something called as EQ testing. So when you want to succeed in your exams or succeed in your interview or succeed in your workplace, emotional intelligence plays a major part. Then coming to your physical health, if you're unable to manage your emotions, you're probably not managing your stress either. We always think our life is comprised of only work, running behind money, working 24 hours. But beyond there are a lot of things in life. One among them is the physical health. And if you're unable to manage your emotions, then these emotions are going to cause stress in your life. And this can lead to serious health problems. Uncontrolled stress raises blood pressure and suppresses the immune system. We never bother about our health until or otherwise we fall sick. We don't take any precautionary measures to take care of our health. And you don't understand that it is not only the physical damage you should get to affect your health. Even your stress, even your emotions may cause a lot of damage to your physical health. So it also increases the risk of heart attacks. And it also causes strokes. It causes and contributes to infertility and speeds up the aging process. See, A small thing called emotion, if you are not able to be aware of it, and if you are not able to control or manage it, it leads to a lot of physical health problems, especially the heart attacks. You could see a lot of youngsters getting heart attacks, BP, strokes, and infertility. Clinics have even started more. That is mainly because of the pressure which we are taking. We do not know how to ease ourselves, the stress what we are taking. And many people will look aged even at young age. That is because of the emotions which causes stress. So the first step to improving emotional intelligence is to learn how to manage stress. And second one is your mental health. It is not only the physical health which gets affected, but also your mental health. That is, uncontrolled emotions and stress can also impact your mental health, making you vulnerable to anxiety and depression. You could see a lot of people suffering from anxiety and depression. And that is mainly because of the feeling called as stress, the pressure, the emotion, which they don't have an outlet. They can't let it out. They just keep it inside and pressurize more and more and more. And they fall sick mentally and physically. So this is to be addressed. And if you are unable to understand, get comfortable with, or manage your emotions, you will also struggle to form strong relationships. You will not be having a good, smooth relationship. Always it will be a friction based relationship. This in turn can leave you feeling lonely. The depression is mainly because you're feeling lonely and isolated, and further exacerbate any mental health problems. It will increase your health problems. The mental problem will aggravate your health problems. And then the relationships. By understanding your emotions and how to control them, you're better able to express how you feel and understand how others are feeling. This is what is the mantra. If you're able to understand others' feelings, then there is no dispute at all. If you can make others understand that, yes, you can understand them, that's enough to solve any problem. This allows you to communicate more effectively and forge stronger relationships, both at work and personal life. Everywhere, there is no different life in personal or professional. The same person is only going to have the same, both personal and professional life. Can you act anywhere? You're going to be the same everywhere. So you need to maintain, control your emotions, build good relationships, don't feel lonely, develop good relationship, communicate well, and understand the feelings of others. That is what is going to give you everything. And social intelligence. Being in tune with your emotions serves a social purpose, connecting you to other people and the world around you. You need to be connected. You need to be connected in a positive way. You need to be connected emotionally, mentally. People should like you, talking to you, sharing with you. They should like your company. That is what is life, living with everybody. Social intelligence enables you to recognize friend from foe, measure another person's interest in you, reduce stress. Definitely, if you are with your friends, if you are with somebody whom you like or who like you, there is no question of stress at all in your life. You will have a balance, and you will have a balance for your nervous systems through social communication, and you will feel loud, and you will be the most happiest person in the world. So try to develop your emotional intelligence. And thank you so much for your patient listening and attending today's webinar. And I could see the questions which are being answered in my slides. People wanted to know how to overcome this stress. All these things will be touched upon in our next webinar. I'm going to go in depth of emotional intelligence, and I want everybody to make sure that all those four attributes are learned and implemented. every one of you should understand the importance of emotional intelligence. Develop a good relationship with others. Understand others' emotions. Understand your own emotion, first of all. Then control it, manage it, and bring some relationship management into your life. Be happy always. Be smiling always. See you in the next webinar. Thank you. Stay blessed.